What's up, everybody? The world's a better place because you are here to join us. My name is Matt Brown, and I'm the host of the Productive Conversations podcast. And it is a Thursday, the 10th of July, 2025. And we are here to talk to you all about what's going on in the world of sports. It's a sports tweet cap, first time in a few weeks. And yeah, you got me, it's you and me talking about the world of sports very quickly. Alec Reeves is in the process of moving. So we took our week off last week. Alex gonna be moving and then a field first schedule for the next couple weeks, and hopefully we see him back very, very soon. But you and I talk about the world of sports right now, so let's get into it. And before we do all of that, I just want to remind you to like and subscribe to the Productive Conversations podcast on all podcast platforms and YouTube. And don't forget to check out exclusive content regarding the show across all social media platforms. We're on Instagram at Productive Conversations Podcast, X and Twitter at ProcCavoPod. We're on TikTok at Productive Conversations and Facebook at Productive Conversations. And as always, don't you forget to check out our sponsor, Magic Mind. Magic Mind, the amazing elixir company that gets you focused and ready for the world ahead of you. And instead of having coffee and feeling jittery, take shots of Magic Mind to boost your confidence, mood, and overall attitude. And go to magicmind.com/PCJUNE. That is magicmind.com/PCJUNE for 48% of your first subscription or 20% off your first one-time purchase. So you and me talking about things in the world of sports. Obviously, it's July. It's hot. Not a lot going on. We really only have baseball and the W going on right now. NBA moves have been finalized. You know, hopefully the next couple weeks we'll circle back with Bach and talk about the NBA moves that were made. I mean, off the rip, thinking about Kevin Durant going to Houston, that was big. The fire sale Boston has been doing, giving away. They traded away, people like Kristaps Porzingis, and Drew Holiday's gone. He goes to Portland. We have Jason Tatum out with an Achilles injury. So Boston's going to look a lot different. Seems like the moves have quieted down, so we'll see what happens back in October, and everyone can get the rest from the NBA. And also the Bucks waving Damian Lillard stinks, really does stink. But yeah, I mean, we'll still see what moves take place. The Knicks gonna add anybody? Be nice to add Russell Westbrook on the vet minimum, but that's just me lollygagging there. But yeah, that's what I have going on. Quick things with the NBA, but I really want to focus on baseball. We are a week in 2 days. The All-Star break is at the end of this week, so this weekend. Then the All-Star game is going to be on Tuesday, Home Run Derby Monday, as per usual. And the Yankees had a very frustrating past couple weeks up until Sunday, almost getting swept by the Mets, losing 6 straight at that point. Then a stellar win against the Mets on Sunday. Wasn't easy, but they were able to pull it off. One of the things that was tough to see, and especially was a big effect on Sunday, was DJ LeMahieu, player who's been on the decline for a while. And the first thing we got to bring up there is DJ LeMahieu. DFA'd by the New York Yankees. DJ, man, 7 years with the Yankees. He has 22 million remaining on the contract, and he's got to go. Unfortunately, I mean, there were some really bad defensive blunders in the Subway Series. The guy just, it happens. It happens in sports. Sometimes it's time to go. And I think DJ was a good Yankee. Obviously, he was way better in the 2018, 19, 20, 21 years. Then he got injured. Then he just was losing playing time. And what has been a real crux is the Yankees having a lack of a third baseman. And Jazz Chisholm's been playing a lot of time at third for DJ to play at second, but DJ was just not doing his job. And Jazz Chisholm, the natural second baseman, went back, which is the move to do. Sure, you got Oswaldo Peraza, but not Peraza. Yeah, sorry. Oswald Peraza. To step in until we see if they can make a move at the deadline. Whether if it's a UNE or Suarez is a popular one, Bryant Hayes needs somebody to really field out there, as the Yankees fielding has been a problem, especially Anthony Volpe, which I talked about on Monday on our Tweetcat pod. But yeah, it's better to have Jazz to go to his natural position. I guess we'll try out Peraza for a little bit and third until maybe a move can be made. It would be nice to get Nolan Arenado, I, but I don't think that's gonna happen, unfortunately. But it looks like it's gonna be Peraza, and who knows? Maybe he does well. Maybe he's a stellar third baseman, and that will prevent the Yankees needing to go out. I still think you need to go searching and get that person at third, but we have a few weeks until some serious moves can be made. But speaking of, Brian Cashman joined the today. Brian Cashman spoke with the media on Wednesday, and he said, "We're going to town. We're going all in. We're going to make the big pitching moves we need because, well, Clark Schmidt went on the injured list. Mark Leiter is now on the injured list in the rotation. I mean, we're starting our number 2 prospect on Wednesday, Schitzler. Schitzler is the name. And if I could just quickly pull up his stats, the game's on in the background. Yankees up 9-6. Hopefully can complete this win. But in his first major league outing for the number 2 overall prospect for the Yankees, Schitzler, 5 and a third innings, 4 hits, 3 earned runs, 2 walks, but 7 strikeouts. We really like that. 7 strikeouts. So pretty solid debut. Pretty solid quality start for the debut, and hopefully it keeps going against a so-so Mariners offense. I mean, they do got good players, Rosa, Reyna, Cal Raleigh, but Schittler, not Schitzler. Schittler did what he had to do. And clearly we need starting pitching bad. And I do think the Yankees will go out, but with, the new playoff system, I think we really won't get big names, big rumors to really come, obviously, after the All-Star game. But it's going to go down on the wire because with the expanded playoffs, you have so many more teams that have a chance and can stay in it. And if you the only off the rip, the Diamondbacks look like their season's done, the Pirates and the White Sox and Rockies. And they can only give up so much. I mean, Ryan McMahon from Colorado, Brian Haynes could work for the Yankees if they give up someone. And I don't mind giving away these prospects that the Yankees have done quite a job in recent years to hype up their prospects and only have done so much. And Dominguez is still good hitting, but his defense is a liability. We've complained about Volpe this year with so many errors and seemingly let the pressure get to him. Let me quickly look as the Yankees officially win. Good work with an improving Devin Williams out on the mound. And what did Volpe do today? Quickly, we have Volpe going 1 for 4. That's it. An ugly 217 average. One of the problems with having Peraza too, batting only 152. So while his defense is somewhat of an upgrade from DJ, bro needs a hit. Bro needs a hit. But at least for now, Yankees seem to be bouncing back. They have a very difficult series against the Chicago Cubs. A series I will be attending. I'll be there on Saturday. And yeah, you just got to hope now with Cashman actually speaking to the media, telling ownership that we're going to present all this to them because they know what they need to do to fix it. And something that has been questionable about the Yankees in recent years is how much does the ownership want to win? Because we've seen recently they've been way more conservative with spending on players and trusting homegrown talent and making little moves here and there. With the exception, obviously, with Juan Soto not coming, they went ham getting Williams, Bellinger, and Goldschmidt. And for now, they're playing all right for the most part. Goldie started off really hot, dwindled down a little bit. Belly slow start, but has gone hot now. And Devin Williams up and down, but he's been improving as of late. But the big thing we have to see, and do we have to ask ourselves, do we think the Yankees are going to make moves this offseason? Sorry, not this offseason. This trade deadline, yes. I do expect something to happen. And they have to because Yankee fans are getting really impatient. They are now in third place at this moment. Tampa and the Jays took the lead, went right ahead of them over the weekend. And now we got a race. And the Yankees can't afford to lose another year with Judge in his prime, Stanton getting older, no Cole. The Yankees have to take this opportunity and they have to get themselves back in the World Series, or you are going to have people want to burn the stadium down. Enough is enough. We're seeing the same stuff every single year with Yankees starting off hot in the Aaron Boone era, a June and July swoon. They get a player or multiple players to turn it back up, and then we are back in the playoffs for what likely will be a very disappointing playoff run. You got to be more competitive this time. And the Dodgers are showing they're being a human team. They lost 6 in a row. Who would have thought this particular Dodger team would lose 6 in a row? Baseball's gonna baseball, right? And now the Yankees just have to do something different within this Aaron Boone era. And a great start is by going and making big moves in by the trade deadline, even though we're a couple weeks away. And on top of that, they got to get a starting pitcher and a couple of arms in the bullpen, even if that means giving up these prospects. I would love to see Spencer Jones. He's killing it in AAA, but there's no room for him. With Dominguez in there, Stanton still available. Got Trent Grisham too. Unfortunately, where are you going to put him? This is a good opportunity to get a really good player for him. And if he becomes a star, well, what else is new? The Yankees have to take this opportunity, and I trust they will. And other things going on in baseball, as I mentioned, Dodgers lose 6 in a row. The Blue Jays had a 9-game winning streak. Again, I think they have established themselves as a team to really watch out for. It did come into an end on Wednesday. White Sox won 2-1. But the Blue Jays were pretty freaking good. And the Guardians were pretty freaking bad, but they got back in the win column after beating Houston this past week. And at the time of this recording, are winning against them. All-Star game rosters are official. Talk about that a little more next week when the game's over, but nothing absolutely insane. Maybe Juan Soto getting snubbed, even though he played poorly in April and May. But here's what it is for your $765 million player, Mets fans. But it is going to be interesting to see how the automatic strike zone is going to be introduced at the All-Star game. So we're going to see that as the game is in Atlanta. And the Washington Nationals ending an era, firing Dave Martinez and Mike Rizzo, a GM manager duo that got the Nationals their first franchise World Series. But they have declined in recent years, though. I mean, I would argue, putting in players like James Woods and such, Rizzo is actually pretty solid GM. I'm sure if he wants to, another team will pick him up in the offseason. He's a good GM. But as we have the draft, the baseball draft taking place next week, Nationals are clearly thinking of their contingency plan there. But Dodgers falling down, but yeah, I mean, we're at the tail end. We're getting ready for the All-Star game. And then we will get to relax, enjoy ourselves next week with just the All-Star game and can focus on the WNBA. Caitlin Clark's returning. That's good. And we'll go from there. That's what I got with baseball and the Knicks, the New York Knicks. made it official this past week on Tuesday. They introduced Mike Brown as the new coach of the franchise. Mike Brown, right? Well, might not be a glamorous hire, might not be a hire that you think is automatically a game changer, but you ultimately hire a very good coach with lots of experience in big markets and small markets, experiences turning franchises around. And even though the Knicks have been on the rise in the Thibs era and that came to an end, ultimately they needed a new voice, and this is who they're going with the veteran coach who has taken a team to the finals before in Cleveland, and is somebody who knows how to create a good culture. He's often very funny. He's often very nonchalant, but with a great basketball mind. And I think it seems that ultimately the players on the roster, just some of them didn't want to play for Thibs anymore. And you kind of, in a way, and well, that's where the new change of scenery is happening. That's where the East is theirs. Indiana losing key players, Boston losing key players. It's pretty much in my prediction. It's going to go down to the New York Knicks. And goes down. What I mean is the Eastern Conference is going to go down to the New York Knicks, the Cleveland Cavaliers, and watch out for the Orlando Magic if they can figure it out. So what I'm saying is this is your window, and I understand why getting an experienced coach rather than a hot new assistant is the move, especially for a franchise that hasn't won in over 50 years, still hasn't made the finals in over 25 years, and who actually has a roster that can actually meet those expectations. It makes sense why you brought in Mike Brown. And for somebody who is good at who does create an elite defensive structure, somebody who can make offense adjustments, which was crucial in the playoffs that was needed and just wasn't there. Somebody think he did really well in Sacramento, a team that wasn't in the playoffs for 16 years, was able to get them back and help it develop players like De'Aaron Fox and Keegan Murray. And now probably utilizing the bench just a tad bit more, which is very crucial, which is we didn't see. That's something also that is needed. And yeah, I think he's going to do well. Make the offense adjustments. Good at handling defense, which Nick showed his strength, but even he can add that more. Just create a better culture for the roster. You have something to be excited for. And I think that culture change will be very good. So at the end of the day, Mike Brown is a respected, experienced coach who has evolved from a defensive only specialist to a well rounded leader in all aspects of the game of basketball. He can monetize the team. He can get them all on the same page. And he can build trust in that locker room that'll make the team be even a better cohesive unit. So I'm excited for Mike Brown. Maybe he's the one. He is the coach to lead them to the promised land. And last but not least, we have football coming back. One thing I love about 4th of July is that after 4th of July, we're getting ready to go into football mode. NFL brings back quarterback for the second season. I'll be watching that for the next few weeks. It's time for me to look at rosters. It's time for me to look at some of the games from last year to get my memory back in. Look at film from the new draftees. Pay attention to OTAs and all of that. And yeah, I'm so excited. I think we're about like 8 or 9 more Sundays away till the first Sunday of the NFL season, and then 7 or 8 till the college football season. So now that we're at the other side of the 4th of July, we're gonna enjoy our time. We're gonna enjoy the summer, but the one of the bright spots of summer ending is football season. So it's gonna be good. We're seeing stories develop already. We're gonna see what new changes are gonna come. What is Aaron Rodgers gonna do in Pittsburgh? Can the Chiefs bounce back after an embarrassing loss in the Super Bowl? What's gonna happen with the Cowboys? They added George Pickens to the bunch. Can they finally go around and make a run in the NFC? What are the New York football teams gonna do? Are they actually going to improve once and for all? What's Cam Ward gonna be like as a starting quarterback for Tennessee? It's gonna be a great time. Can Detroit come back now that they're gonna be fully healthy? I'm excited to see what happens. So we'll leave it there. We'll talk after the All-Star game next Thursday, and we'll see if any other headlines arise in football, basketball, hockey, all of that. Who knows? Maybe I'll start watching Wimbledon and watch tennis for the first time. But stay tuned for that. We'll see you tomorrow, Friday, for a brand new Tweet Cap of Productive Conversations. And yeah, let's keep up the good work. I'll see you all later. Love it. Love you. And we have the greatest fans and listeners in the world. And we'll see you all very, very soon.